a unique person, Mark Marshall. All right. Well, where do we begin with you? There's no end here.
Yeah, there's a lot there.
Wow. 20 years you've been working in performance production, recording live music, video, radio, interactive, print, and internet media projects.
That's true.
For industrial clients or what?
Industrial clients, artistic clients, yeah, small, large.
So why they got you down here as a songwriter and composer, musician?
Well, because I got this
Oh,
CD over here.
Oh, he brought
Yeah.
it. Oh, okay, we got it.
Yeah,
All right.
a big part of what I've done besides the yes, absolutely, show the CD.
Okay.
A big part of the work that I've done, separate and apart from the graphic work, has been narration, which I have to apologize, my throat's a little verklempt, but narration and music for them as well. I've been recording my own compositions since I was.
Now, what'd you do to your eyeball here?
Oh, my eyeball, yeah. The lighter fluid, it's a long story.
Oh, yeah, I can see with that. What kind of music is on this CD?
Everything from rock and roll songs to ballads to long-form instrumentals like movie music. It really runs the gamut. It sort of reflects a lot of it reflects what I grew up listening to. I grew up in New York listening to AM radio, and so some of it is very pop-oriented, and some of it's not pop-oriented at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't fall into a narrow category, which is kind of how.
Now you brought a clip. What's on the clip?
The clip is a video from the album. It's a.
Well, this is a DVD then?
No. Well, they got the
CD.
DVD in it. This is a CD.
Oh, okay.
But I made. It's actually not a video in the classic sense. There's no performance, no singing to the camera. It's more like a short film. It was telling a story. The album happened because I had a waking dream. As I said before, I've been recording music.
No. What kind of dream you had?
A waking dream.
A waking dream.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go for
A
that
waking
one.
dream that literally kind of changed my life. I've been recording music like this for 25 years in a room and not playing it for anyone. And this dream was very profound. I couldn't necessarily tell you why, but the next day I woke up with a very profound sense of loss, and I started writing words. And this album, in the course of 2 years since that dream, this whole album just came spilling out.
In other words, you've always been doing music tracks, but now you add the lyrics to it.
Well, I added lyrics back then too, but
Yeah.
it wasn't meant to happen before now, and the dream was the start of that.
All right,
So-
well, let's take a look at it. Let's see what the story
Okay.
is.
I saw you last night for the first in a long time, looking different than you had before. The last thing I expected was to see you standing outside of my front door. Face to face, we were cheek to cheek, we were walking and holding hands. We were talking, we were laughing, and the kisses turned so sweet that it nearly broke my soul. Angelina, where'd you go? When I turned my head and you were gone. Angelina, where'd you go? 'Cause I woke up and I'm all alone. And now it's 2 in the morning and I'm trying to be cool, but I can't keep you out of my head. I turned back over and I closed up my eyes, and I'm trying to make it back to you again. But it's 4 in the morning, I don't wanna be cool, 'cause your sweet kisses got me out of my head. You don't help it when you smile that way. It's 5 in the morning and I'm trying to be cool. I'm not given to be easily broken. You sweet lady snapped me in two. Where'd you go? You were in my arms and now you.
So what'd you do? You get yourself engaged?
No, not at
Oh.
all. No, that was actually an actress named Michelle Mendez, who I hired for the
No,
part.
on your hand. What do you have on your hand?
That's a ring.
What happened?
Nothing. It's just a ring. See,
It's a-
fingers.
Yeah,
fine.
okay, but
Yeah.
why is it so big?
Because it is. I saw it on St. Mark's Place about 3 or 4 years ago, and I really liked it. So
And that's a ring.
yeah, but it's jointed. You don't usually
You look
find
like
them like
you
this.
look like you've got to get the other part of the set.
Oh, now listen, I got to tell you, the original when I first got it, it had a spike on it about we were here, about Yo Big. And the thing is, every time I went to put it on, I was like, I'm going to shake somebody's hand and I'm going to draw blood.
Right.
So I had a friend of mine who did some independent jewelry work.
Slice it
Level
off
it off
for
for
you.
me.
All right.
Yep.
All right. That's kind of unique. It's the first time I've seen that.
Thanks.
All right. So your whole life over there is basically multimedia.
It's media of one
Who do
form
you
or
do?
another.
What kind of clients do you have? Or who do you do it for?
It ranges. I actually changed, I would say probably 5 or 6 years ago, I started changing the nature of the clients that I was working with. I had done a lot of corporate work, big names, but it really sort of
I
felt...
mean, for their trade shows or what?
It could be trade shows, it could be promotional...
Presentations and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, more along the lines of, and I'm not going to use company names, but you have a company who's coming out with a product and they want to feature it, like say an insurance company. We have a whole new line, so they want to make a CD-ROM or a DVD. I would do something like that. But I found that a lot of that work was really, there wasn't a lot of soul in it.
But it's got a good profit margin.
Yes, it does, but you still, at the end of the day, you have money and you don't have anything that you feel like is art, you know.
So you finish something.
Yeah, and so I started changing the nature of who it is that I work with, and I work with a lot more musicians now, and artists and photographers, and I feel much more fulfilled by it. Not nearly as much money, I will admit, but
you still pay the rent, right?
That's true. Most of the time.
Where were you born originally?
I was right here in a good old city, New York.
How'd you end up in New Jersey then?
Oh please, I've lived in like 17 places. I've lived in New York, the Bronx, Westchester, the very south end of Putnam, Bergen County in Jersey, and Rockland County in New York, and I think that's probably it. Although I lived in Massachusetts.
Why did you move around
so
much?
Well, my parents moved when I was a kid, and then I think I probably just
picked up on the habit and kept on going?
Adopted the nomadic thing.
Been there, did that. I said this neighborhood's boring. Off we go.
Although I've gone back to
So
some
what's in your
neighborhoods.
future now? You're going to be a musician? You're going to do what?
Well, I mean, yeah, the album was the album is the start of it. I want to keep making albums. This album is only 3 weeks old, so it's just reaching national distribution now, and so obviously I want to support the album, but I want to keep recording.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is I want to do film work. I'd really love to do.
What type of film work?
I would love to add music to film. About 5 songs, and there's 6 songs on this album that are not vocal at all. They're long form instrumental.
The tracks.
Yeah, exactly. And I've had people telling me for 10 years now, man, you got to do some of these, you know. And so I want to get music. I want to start doing.
So
music
you sell the music rights to it, or sit down and do a.
I'd like to sit down and write
Okay.
specifically for
All right.
film.
Now, are you performing at all any place?
I am actually. This coming Saturday night, I sort of have a little bit of an all-star jam going on at Olives in Nyack, which is 116 Main Street in Nyack.
Okay, but now what instrument are you going to play?
Probably a little bit of keyboards, a little bit of guitar, a little bit of bass.
Oh, you
a
have
little bit of
multiple
drums.
instruments.
Oh, I play a whole bunch. Yeah, everything on this album I played. I played all the instruments. I did all the vocals. Yes, I'm a multi-instrumentalist.
Wait a minute. You mean you didn't hire an orchestra to come in and do these?
No.
You did each track.
Every track.
Moving-
Every background vocal, every bass, every guitar, all the drum parts, all the keyboard parts, the engineering, the production, the arrangement. It's me.
How many hours does that take?
2.5 years. 2.5 years. 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Well, no, not 2.5 years.
No, I mean
8
not
hours
every
a
day, but
right,
no, but
no.
it took you time to get it
I
done.
took my time to get it right. I did it at home. It's not, I didn't.
So you have your own recording facility at home?
I do. I have 24 tracks of digital recording with a nice big old console. It's very nice that I love very much, and yeah, I did it at home.
You have an affair with your console. All right, we got it.
Yep.
Okay, Mark Marshall. All right, and the instrument is all of
Name
them.
it.
You name it. You
Name
got
it.
All
Yep.
right.
And I
Thank
would
you.
say really quickly,
Yeah.
the album is available from markmarshall.com or from CD
Oh,
Baby.
wait a minute, I forgot. What is markmarshall.com? You
Yes.
got your own site. Did you do your own website?
I did my own website too, absolutely. And the album is called.
Now you got me curious. I got to go take a look at it.
Where are we here?
No, we
Here?
got it. I'll put it over here because otherwise you're treating.
There you go.
You're going to drive them. You're going to drive them nuts.
But it's fun
right.
driving technical people nuts. I
Yeah,
know I'm
right.
a technical person. It's called
Yeah.
New Eye,
Okay.
and it's available from my
What did you
website.
do to this eye? That still gets to me.
It's a nice little Photoshop filter. I like that picture actually a lot.
Whatever. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. It was
All
a
right,
pleasure.
great. I love your ring.
Hey.
All right, we'll be back.
Trying to